Right, so this is how I start on my patches. So look at the hole and what I want to replace. And this is just like a gradual slope. And this curves up a bit here. So I just put my paper over the hole and start tracing where I want it to land, kind of thing. So then all with this plate there, something like that. You notice I've made it all straight because I'm going to obviously cut it out with a 1mm blade, angle grinder blade, so they're all going to be straight cuts. Easier to follow that than a rounded thing. So I'm going to start making my plate first before I cut anything. And I'll notice I just have to just knock this edge down and make that shape. Panel beat that in, roll that up a bit, and then this dishes a bit, so I'll have to do a bit of panel beating there. But this is how I start. Bit of paper, throw it on some sheet metal, cut it out, so I know I'm not handling a big bit. I'm handling something that's going to end up this shape or even a bit smaller. So I've cut my bit of sheet metal just out of the bottom of an oil drum. That's why it's that colour. Now it's just pretty much a straight bend here. I marked on the paper where I thought it was kind of a radius. It ended up a little bit just like a straight bend. But that doesn't matter. It's all got to just end up here and then curl over there later. Now that already looks like it's pretty neat, but I've got to go that way to into that crevice. So I've got to come up this wall a bit here, and it's bottoming out here. So that's where that other shape, now I've got to start making that. So until it gets, covers that hole and comes up a bit. But yeah, that first bend, that worked out pretty well. So I'm planning to cut in the middle here, so I don't have to reproduce too much of that. And then I've just got to work on this corner. And I'm going to make it longer to get across there, actually. That's why I left it a bit longer than my paper template. Yeah, so I'll just start working on that now. For that, I'm just sitting here. Like I said, I've just got my little shoehorn. Cookie's watching me. So I'll just use that to tap that over and get that, start shaping it till it fits a bit better. Hey Cookie. Yeah. I've done some more panel beating. I'm quite happy with it now, where it's all landing. So I've just now marked out where that reached the high spot, so I can take that out of the car now and then slowly start knocking and put that last bit of shape in. But yeah, you can see now why I make the patch before I take it out. You've got lots of information there you don't want to lose. So I like to start on my patch, and then I can always say, cut this down if I want to not use so much. But once there's new metal, what's better than that? New metal. There you go. So there you go. I've done that bit now. That worked all right. And a little crease up here, so because of that's just went through to there. Yeah, the bead roller makes that a lot easier. Good having the right tools. I'll just show you my bead roller. And there it is there. Now, usually you put some nuts on the end here to keep them in line, but I had to offset it a bit to get that slope, because I don't think it's really designed to do that shape, but I kind of, yeah, just left that gap, and it worked all right. So that's the bead roller, makes it easy. So here you go, I've cut the hole out now, cleaned up the flat bar, and this is all rust converter that I put on last night. Goes kind of, it goes on like milk and then goes black. So when I got my patch, I end up adding a little bit extra to it because it was a bit crusty here still, that I realised. So I've just added that extra bit to it. So that's pretty much time to weld it in. But I might just get it in there first. I don't want it to catch too much because I'll be able to go up and down when I join it. But that's not too bad. I think I might just take a corner off there. So it'll be a matter of just pushing it where I need to go down and up, so it's better that it doesn't catch. So there you go, I've ground it all down, so nice and smooth. Ground it down filled up a few more pinholes. This one I just deleted, it come out to here and it was all rusty, so I just sliced it off and filled it right in. Doesn't really matter because there's a bit of gap between that flat bar on the floor here and it fills up with mud. Here I've plug welded it to it because the flat bar's been stitched to here and along here somewhere. But this had one of those rusty old plugs in it, so I've knocked that out and I figure, well, I've got a washer, heavy duty washer, if I weld around there and weld it to the steel, then that fits perfectly. So yeah, that's come up all right. Let's have a look underneath. So I just got to grind that side down a bit, and if I run a smear around it with some ghoulie gum or something before I paint it and body schultz it, that just keep the water out. That's the other hole I've got to tackle next. That's not too hard. But there you go, that's that one done. Close in. Coat a rust converter primer sealer. That's done in here now. There you go.